LU decomposition. So we're going to decompose our matrix A into an L times a U, where the U is an upper triangular matrix and the L is a lower triangular matrix. So let's say we're starting here with an AX equals B, and I'm showing our 3 by 3. Remember when we did the Gauss elimination, we actually ended up with an upper triangular matrix. Well, in fact, that's our U in LU decomposition. So you already know half of this. You know how to calculate the U matrix using Gauss elimination. So now how do we determine the lower triangular matrix? And what you'll see is this actually also falls out of the Gauss elimination. So we need to find our lower triangular matrix such that if we were to multiply L times U, we will get our A matrix back. Here's what the L matrix looks like. In the upper triangle, these upper diagonals, we have all zeros. It's ones going down the center diagonal, so like the identity matrix. And in the lower diagonal here are those L terms that fell out of Gauss elimination. So as we're performing Gauss elimination, you can imagine slowly forming this upper triangular matrix. And as you're calculating these special terms, those are getting inserted into the lower triangular matrix. So it's very simple to build L and U. Now what we're going to do is substitute A times LU into our original equation, AX equals B, and we'll try to answer why this is a good thing to do. So the first thing I'll do is just bring B over to the left-hand side of the equation. So we have AX minus B equals 0. Now we'll expand A as L times U. At this point, what I'm going to do is factor out L from both terms on the left side of the equation. So we have an L on the outside. Well, this first term has an L, so it's just U times X. But when we factor out an L from here where there is no L, it ends up being L inverse B, and all of that equals 0. Now this seems strange. Why on earth would that be faster to solve? Let's keep going. So here's the final expression we're going to use, where our D here is our L inverse B. Okay, now let's talk about on the next slide solving AX equals B. So we want to solve AX equals B using LU decomposition, and hopefully in doing this, we figure out why this is actually a great way to do it. So step one, we need to decompose A into L and U, and we already sort of know how to do this. Step one, we're using Gauss elimination, which just ends with our upper triangular matrix. That's an easy one. But while we're forming this upper triangular matrix, we're constantly calculating these special L terms, and those just arise automatically out of Gauss elimination. So we'll take those L terms and build our L matrix. So out will come U and L from our LU decomposition. Now here's a trick. Remember that L matrix had all zeros up here. It had all ones going down the diagonal, and then the L terms down here. So in fact, the L terms are really the only ones that are calculated. The rest of the matrix is known. It's always going to be ones down the diagonal and always zeros up here. So one might ask, why even have those? Why not just put the terms from the U matrix in here? So this is just a little trick of how you can store the L and U matrices just in one single matrix. And whether you do that or not is up to you, but it's a nice little trick. The next step, we need to solve LD equals B. And so we do that by bringing L over to the other side. We have D, L inverse times B. Now, that's fast to do because we have a triangular matrix. Remember, a triangular matrix is an almost solved matrix, and it's very quick to solve that. Then we have our UX equals D equation. And so we'll bring the U over to the other side. X equals U inverse times D. Again, something else very fast to solve because U is also a triangular matrix. So it's a almost solved matrix and becomes very fast to do. So for the price of this LU decomposition, we have two extremely fast steps to solve this column vector A. And that is LU decomposition. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for watching this video. I love hearing your stories about how these videos helped you. I also love answering your questions. So please tell me your stories and ask your questions in the comment section. I promise I will try to answer every single question that's asked. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button. I also recommend visiting the official course website that has links to the latest versions of the notes, the latest videos, and there's lots of other resources to help you learn, including implementations in MATLAB. I'll see you in the next video.